Hey, what's up, Roger? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's up? Click like if you can hear me. Put a big thumbs up if you can hear me. A big old thumbs up. Yes. Let's go. Yeah, so I have had to switch devices. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm at work right now and we're just slowly saving. We're eventually going to get a van, and you know, it'll only take maybe another month or two. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Bobby? So, just to give you guys some motivation, I have been able to get with, respectfully, a girl that I have been getting with for a long time. We were able to get together again. We're just slowly building up whatever we're building up, and maybe something will grow out of it. But I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, let me say it in a different way. I'm trying to just be really transparent, because that's what I like. I like when people are really transparent with me, just that way if you're not able to be transparent about a lot of stuff, you're clearly hiding something, and maybe the person that you're hiding it from, maybe they're actually one rare person that would help you out with it, and you don't know how they're going to help you out with it. But that's the whole point, is that every single person comes into your life, and they're all there for a different purpose, right? And you have to enjoy all these different people and how they can benefit your life. Don't try to cookie cut everybody into the exact same kind of friend. Every friend you've got is really, really different, and you need to love all those differences. All right? That's a nice message of the day. I barely got much sleep last night. Boolin'. I don't know what boolin' means. But tell me what boolin' means. Bowling? Yeah, I actually watched the Woody Harrelson Kingpin movie last night. That was a pretty funny movie. Kingpin. Pretty funny movie. But there's a Mission Impossible movie that I think is out now or coming out. And I guess it's the very last Mission Impossible. So it's either going to be really good or really bad. So we're going to go see the Mission Impossible movie at some point, and we'll do a YouTube movie review. You know, at this point, like I said, I kind of was. YouTube is very transitionary. What do I mean by that? It's like you think that like you're getting really into like one kind of area, like gaming or something, and then that kind of fades away. Or you're kind of really into cars, and then that fades away. So it's like as many of these things in your life that you want them to just last forever, they kind of don't, you know? And it's not like you're intentionally going into something with the idea that it's going to end. You're just a lot of things fade in and fade out, you know? So you really have to enjoy them while you have them. Now, I don't think it's wrong to tell people like what your agenda would be if like things were to stick out. Like I talk to Roger all the time about like us both getting into some sort of lucrative business, you know. And so like then I would talk to this girl about, you know, having a child, you know. Just a lot of things that go into what Roger and I talk about starting a business, and you know, it's a lot of stuff. It's very detailed, no different than the having a child. It's a lot of details. Like I'll tell you a detail that this girl told me. She said that you don't want to give kids drinks after 6 p.m. And I said, what? Why? That seems silly. She's like, well, then they'll be peeing all night. And I said, I guess, you know, because they're not potty trained yet. Isn't that interesting? So I learned something. Boolin. I'm not, let's see. You loser, you suck, you don't deserve a what? Oh, right, you're using like reverse psychology on me. I get it. Yeah, so we're going to, now I don't need the van. I want the van. But see, the thing is that right now, I luckily, finally, am at a point in my life where all of my needs are paid for. And I'm not in any debt. So for those of you that are adults, that all of your needs are paid for and you have no debt, that's actually a really big deal. Now I'm focusing on my first want, which would be the van. And I don't need the van. I want the van. That way I can pick up my friends or take my bike places, have sex in the van, you know. See, I can't have sex in a truck. That's actually a major reason why I sold the truck. Now, the truck I had, you know, although I could manage the problems it had, the truck did not have air conditioning. And you know, it's not like there's a lot of room in the truck to have sex unless you're going to get out of the truck and get in the back of the truck, or that's why I got the camper. I got the camper because I'm like, thinking I could have sex in the camper. For those of you that don't know, I'm probably some undiagnosed sex addict. But I guess we'll just come to terms with that at another point. But a lot of my decisions are ridiculously based around lust. And, you know, for those religious people out there, they would really despise that. Because, like, a lot of my life, the thing is like, if you're not living your life based on one of these kind of, I'll give you a good one, like gluttony. Like, everybody loves to eat, you know, and if you gave people like unlimited amounts of money, you know, and just said, you can use this on any kind of food you want. This is what I'm saying, you know. I personally think that a lot of people, you know, when they're given an abundant amount of stuff, they're going to use it. So it's like, if it's not there, they're not going to use it. And if it is there, they're going to use it. So because it's here, we're using it. And I don't want people to feel bad. Because, I mean, I don't feel bad. Because there are other girls, like I've met, like the one I'm recently with, that has just as high, I guess, of a sex drive as I have. So it's like, well, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to get a car where you can't have sex in it? You know, you're going to get a I don't know. It just seemed dumb. It's like, so got to get a van. And now there are some people that they're like, oh, well, you know, for the van, you can also wrap the van, which was another major idea I had with like social media. Like, I would put my YouTube, my Twitch, and Chb2 on it. So, you know, we're kind of slowly, now I know I really fucked up, everybody. I really took a lot longer than other people, but this is just pure documentation of different people's lives. You know, different people's lives take different times. Some people become super lucky and super wealthy at a really young age, and a lot of stuff works out for them, and they have a lot of connections. I didn't have that, you know, no family connections, and certainly not a good relationship with the family until everybody's dying, and then everybody's like, oh shoot, I guess since we're dying, we should probably work things out. But, you know, lots of people's lives are very different. And I'm just so thankful that I've at least started to get my life together at any point, you know, because there are people that I see that, and I know you see these people too, some people, they never get their lives together. You know, they never get like a steady job. I struggled with steady employment because none of these jobs I really wanted to do. You know, a lot of these jobs, it's like, are they gonna let me go for someone new? And you know, you've got your parents who were alive at the time, and they're like, hey, we want you to have steady employment. And it's just like, a lot of these employers, you know, I don't even know if they want steady employees for years. It's not like it was for my parents, when my parents could have any job for 20 years. You join some warehouse, you get 20 years with them. It's not like that, you know. A lot of employers are very like fire happy, you know, like, I don't know, like over petty shit. That's what I'm saying, petty stuff, you know. But back to the point, you know, to find a job, any job that you can achieve at this point in your life that you want to keep steady, I want you to feel really proud of yourself. I want you to just keep looking, never give up for a kind of employment. Now, I'm not saying I'm ecstatic. I'm not saying I'm thrilled having this job. I'm happy that I have a job, and I'm happy that this job respects me and that this job has not replaced me, right? Those are really three important things, you know. I'm happy, the job likes me, and the job hasn't replaced me with someone cheaper, right? So those are 3 wins in my book. And I've only had like 1 or 2. I think I had 2 other employers all this year tell me that they would hire me. But then at the last second, they told me that it wasn't going to be at the pay that they said it was going to be at. So like they would have these advertisements for like $16, $17 an hour. And then next thing you know, they were like, we're sorry, we can only give you 13, 14. I'm like, that's what I'm working with now. You know, what I'm working with now is 13, 14, you know. And there are people out there that are like getting into electricianing and plumbing and roofing. And now look at what I'm doing. I'm sitting here talking to you. And look at what they're doing. Now, you could say, man, that's really respectable that they have such a better job and they're really, really working hard and they're making a lot of money, you know. And I'm just saying that it's really hard work, you know. How long are you going to be able to do something like that? You know, you may be able to do something like that if you start at 18, right? So like you're an apprentice from 18 to 20, and then 20, 21, you start to like make better pay, getting jobs, you know, start your company doing it on your own. See me, I unfortunately just can't, that's why I'm not even doing my massage license. So for those of you that know anything about me, you'll know that I give massages, right? I've been giving massages for about 20 years now. And back then I did not get licensed, strictly because I was just like, do I want to do this as a career? Like, it's fun. See, I'm just so free-spirited, and that's sometimes a bad thing. And my father was not. He was extremely rigid, and I just constantly felt that was boring. Like, he's just like, you've just got to, like what I feel I'm doing right now, it's kind of like, you're going to find this insane, but I have a huge calling to just like quit this job and just go be what a lot of you would say is homeless, you know, just wandering around, looking at different parts of the United States, probably begging strangers for food and a place to stay. But something in my deep within me like feels that's like actually what I'm supposed to do. And then there's another side of me that says I need a regular steady job, I need transportation, I need a girlfriend, and then I need to start a family. But it's like I have this yin and yang that's constantly at battle. It's like, and like I said, you know, the whole massage thing and then this job, you know, I don't want to do massages full-time. I know full-time massage therapists. I know full-time. See, this is the thing about all of these careers that they don't tell you, is that there's a really like it's kind of like you're playing that game where it's kind of like you have to like stop right when it's like in that little like winning zone. Like you see it go up and down and up and down and up, and it's like you want to hit it where it's like right there in that this is perfect. This is the perfect amount of work. It's not too stressful to where I have no energy for sex. You know, see, this is another thing, you know, you really have to understand that working these 8 to 10 hour shifts at these really stressful jobs, you have no energy for the person that you say you're in love with. You know what I mean? You get these people, which, I mean, I'd love to use a way crueler term, but they'll just constantly say things like, well, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Of course you're tired. Everybody's tired. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't find a way to make it work with the person that you say you love, you know? So you really have to find, as I said, this really perfect balance, you know, to where you have some work coming in. Like I have this job, and I knew that this job, I purposefully chose this job because this job is very stress-free. This job has no stress, except for when somebody like runs into me with their bicycle, which happens, I'd say, once every couple weeks. Once every couple weeks, someone's not paying attention and they just fucking ram right into me. And I was actually on live stream this past week, and it happened during the live stream. Someone just come up and run right into me. So that's probably the only highlight. And then you ask yourself, you know, what about like being a heart surgeon? And you're going to say, wow, that came out of nowhere. But that's my point, is that you would have to be on call. Like you wouldn't ever probably get a good amount of sleep. You never get to have that peaceful, constant sleep whenever you want to wake up. You know, it's like you're a doctor, you're a surgeon, you've got people's lives depending on you. And that felt like I didn't want to go through my life. It felt like the respect that I would get as a heart surgeon or some sort of surgeon with a lot of pressure, like some sort of ER doctor, like the respect you get, and maybe the money that you get, it's like, but God, the stress. And it's like, am I all right with that? And see, that's what I need all of you to understand from all of my videos, is that there is a balance in life that you're seeing firsthand with me. You know, playing too much video games. I was talking about that this past week during the COVID times and stuff. I actually I don't even know if I would have ever gotten into video games, honestly, but I got hit by a fucking truck and it literally broke my leg and broke my shoulder. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I could move my hand. So, I mean, I guess I could play video games. You know, I'm watching everybody else have fun playing video games, so I'm like, all right. But I mean, now that I don't have to do that anymore, I'm out riding my bike. I'm out having sex. I'm out making money like all of the rest of you should be. Going places, doing things, you know, meeting people. I swear to God, like if things weren't going to work out between me and this girl, I was ready to like start going out. I have been going out, but I've just been going out not necessarily with the intention of like meeting anybody new. But I was about to start, now that, you know, we're kind of a little bit more official. This girl and I we're discussing about going and doing things together, which was what I wanted. So this was the point. So, you know, you've got to have like an agenda, a plan. You got to have some goals and having some sort of steady job. Now, like I've been talking about the job is so important for me to help everybody understand, because the job really needs to be perfect. Like all these jobs, 90% of jobs out there, they're going to need you to work 8 to 10 hours. And that's a lot, right? It's not a lot if you're 18 to 25. If you're 18 to 25, you can do a 12-hour shift standing up. Like when I was 18 and 19 years old, I was working at restaurants as a waiter, standing, never sitting, for at least 12 hours. And I had no problem doing it. And then I could go have sex too. I could go get drunk. And my God, if all of you are just wasting 18 to 25, you are invincible. Other than crime, because I got arrested. So just don't do crime. But everything else, I want you to just feel completely invincible. Like when it comes to like getting anything you want. Like if you want a job, you can just go in there and you look so young. And I'm telling you, there's something about you just walking in there and your youth that they're going to hire you, you know, but that doesn't mean that you're going to like the job. You know what I mean? But the point is that when you're 18 to 25, you can get anything you want. And if you're not getting whatever you have been wanting, that's your fucking fault. And I really want you to feel a lot of blame right now. I want you to feel just like millions of pounds of weight of like me guilt tripping you, saying that when you're 18 to 25, if you want to have sex, you can go get it. You just tell them that you want it and they're gonna give it to you. I don't know who, like, if they're not giving it to you, I don't know. You just literally keep asking and I guarantee someone's gonna give it to you. Like when you're in that age group, you can get any job you want. You can get any girl or guy you want. You can get anything you want. See, I'm past that age. I'm past that age. You know, the 26 to 30, oh man, that's like everybody expects you to like have a steady job. And it's just like, I don't know, man, I'm still kind of looking. Oh my God. Everybody drops you as a friend when you're 26 and you're still kind of looking for a job. You know, you're still kind of figuring things out. Oh my God, that was brutal. That was brutal. So like I said, if you don't like knock the girl up 18 to 25, once you get past that, it is 100 times more. See, like I said, all the weight that I'm telling you to feel, like this extreme weight and pressure to go do things when you're 18 to 25, all of that weight is against you after that age, right? So if you're not like using all that pressure, all that testosterone, you know, to go get what you want 18 to 25, oh my God, you've totally ruined your life, because once 26 to 30 hits, you don't have any of that testosterone. It's like brutal. It's like you start waking up and you have to stretch your body. What do you mean? You wake up and you're like, you have a hangover from drinking? What do you mean? You just can't do the same things you used to do. And now I'm in my 30s, right? I'm in my 30s now. So every single thing I do, I really have to like manage, is this going to work out with a balance for everything else? Like, is my job going to balance with my sex life? Is my sex life going to balance with my financial life? You know, because when you're seeing people, you're spending more money. That's just going to be a fact, right? If you're eating, you're going to want to do things for them and maybe buy things for them, right? I am a dude, so that's kind of my thing. This is the point, everybody. It's a balance. And a lot of guys, if you find yourself not getting that balance of sexuality in your life, it's probably because your finances aren't perfectly in balance, or your work life isn't perfectly in balance. I'll tell you, when I was a fucking dishwasher, I had no energy. I had no energy for women, no energy to do anything. I'm constantly standing. That was a hard job. I don't know, like, oh man. The one thing I would recommend, but it's almost too late for that, it's kind of only good if it was in my generation, would have been to like go to college or something. Because then when I was in my 20s, everyone wanted a college degree and I didn't have one. So it kind of would have been beneficial. Now everybody's got a fucking college degree and you can barely get a job at Starbucks. Now the problem with employment right now is not really probably you, okay? So if you aren't getting work, I don't want you to think that it's you. It's that there's so many fucking people. There's too many fucking people, okay? That's it. It's not you, okay? Now, the benefit, though, of a lot of people is that you should be having a lot more interactions with people and maybe a lot more sex. I don't know if all of you are, as I've been saying throughout this video, a lot more high sex drive like I am, but I'm an adult. I'm going to start talking about it more often. I'm not playing video games anymore, so maybe that demographic of younger kids isn't watching me right now. And I'm not reading chat to care about it. I actually feel way better just completely talking and not looking at chat. Just kind of thinking and talking and let it just flow. So yeah, I need all of you to go get a bike. I need all of you to go talk to girls. I need all of you to get a job. Now, don't get a job that's too stressful, okay? Get a job that is really chill. If you aren't fucking chill at your job, right now I'm chill. If there was an infant who needed heart surgery, I'd be freaking out. And if anything happened, I would feel so bad. I actually have a lot of emotion, right? But the thing is that I just don't know if I want to have a career based on that level of emotional investment. Here, if something happened at this job, I'd be like, oh man, I better get another job. But if something happened and I was a heart surgeon, that's a whole nother story. What are you supposed to do? Go be another heart surgeon at another hospital? Maybe that's easier said than done. I don't fucking know. It's just I don't know. It's these are levels to your life. Do you guys want that kind of? It's already pressure enough having a family. It's pressure enough having any job at all is pressure. Then having someone that you're intimately involved with, dating, and then making sure that your finances are good and that you're not spending tons of money going into debt. All of that is enough for me. I think, of course, I'd love making more money, but then I think that would really kind of start pressuring me a little bit. I don't know, maybe like many people, I have unrealized issues. Like I said, I could have a sex addiction. I could have anger problems because, maybe it's me being an only child or something. And I just have to have my way. And the problem is that that's not always the right way. And what if I need to respect someone else's decision and my way isn't their decision? That's kind of difficult for me. But, we have to find that balance. You got to find that balance. You have to find what really works for you. Okay, guys? Let's look at chat.